If you think funded traders succeed because they're more patient or more disciplined or more talented, you're already focused on the wrong things. When I was coaching traders in FTMO, I found one consistent trait that every single funded trader had. And then when I went off and started my own prop firm, I found exactly the same trait with all our funded traders. Miss this one trait and no strategy, no amount of psychology work, and no risk management rules will save your account. In less than 5 minutes, I can tell if a trader is gonna make it as a funded trader by looking out for this one particular trait. And the harsh truth is, if you don't have it, the moment risk goes up, the market's gonna expose you and you're gonna crumble. So stay with me through this video and I'm gonna show you exactly what this one trait is and how you can start embodying it in your trading as well. So you can start stacking funded accounts and start pulling $10,000 in consistent payouts from your trading. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna take you through the exact questionnaire that I take my one-on-one consulting clients through to help unpack whether they have this trait or not and show them exactly where they need to focus. Now, the one consistent trait that all of these funded traders have is process loyalty under pressure. This has been consistent with the most successful traders I've seen at FTMO and now at my own personal prop firm, Telos Capital. Each trader who makes it as a funded trader has process loyalty under pressure. Now, what does this actually mean? Well, funded traders do not negotiate with their system when pressure hits. They don't ever say to themselves, just this once, because they understand that if they do, that bad habit's going to creep in. And if they do it now, they're most likely going to do it again in the future. They don't widen their stops after a loss. They don't size up to get it back or to make back losses. They don't hesitate on valid setups. And they certainly don't override their processes based on P&L. They remain loyal to the process, especially when they're in drawdown, when they've nearly hit their daily loss limits, when they're coming off a winning streak, when they're trading evaluation constraints with tight constraints that they're getting close to those max drawdowns, and especially when they're trading size that actually matters, they maintain loyalty to their process because they know over a large period of time, over a large sample space, being loyal to their process is ultimately what's going to get them payouts. Being loyal to their process, as I'm going to show you in a second, is ultimately what helps them get $10,000 per month in payouts and to scale that to even greater figures. The reason this one trait beats everything else is because most traders know the rules. Funded traders obey them, especially when it hurts most. And I was talking with a trader I'm consulting for recently, and we helped him crack a belief system that he has to only take trades he's comfortable with. And I went in there and I questioned him on that. And I said, even trades that are perfectly aligned with your trading plan, there's going to be a level of discomfort. But you have to be willing to embrace both discomfort and comfort in the pursuit of your processes, irrespective of how you feel at that point in time. You still need to execute those trades. Pressure doesn't create mistakes, it reveals whether loyalty exists. And really, we can use certainty as a different word to loyalty. If you have certainty in your processes, in your trading plan, in your execution, in your risk management, then your loyalty in that increases significantly because you know that's the best option to be making. That's why prop firms don't fail traders on strategy. It's never the strategy that fails a trader. It's always failing traders based on breakdown under pressure. Now let's talk about how we can apply this idea to actually getting to $10,000 per month with your funded account. And consistent 10K per month, what I've seen consistent with the traders I observed through Telos Capital and I saw with traders in FTMO, is that they're removing variability. And what I mean by that is you can have your central mean, which is what on average, your trading strategy returns. And let's say, for example, at the end of a year, on average, your trading strategy returns 50%. That's your mean. That's your true return. Now, over the first 3 months in the year, you may overperform that, right? If we're taking your mean, it's 50% at the end of the year. 6 months is 25%, and 1 quarter is 17.5% return. But let's say, for example, for the first 3 months, you actually return 25%. So there's a positive variability. You've got exaggerated returns at the end of the first 3 months.
And most traders will get really elated by that. Most traders will think, you know what, I'm going to make even more this year. And they get really elated, they get really overconfident. And now all of a sudden, what happens is they start increasing their risk. They get sloppy with their execution. They think they know better than the market. And then the next 3 months, what happens is they have an underperforming quarter. And maybe, for example, for that quarter, they only make 5% for that whole entire quarter because they got losing months within that. So there's positive and negative variability. There's exaggerations and minimizations and exaggerations again in your returns. And if a trader gets caught into this polarity thinking that they're doing really, really well and overconfident in a state of pride, they're going to find ways to undo their good work. And if they get really beat themselves up into a negative variability and shame and guilt, then there's going to be issues there as well, because there's going to be more fear promoted when you're in shame, and there's more greed promoted when you're in pride. So the best traders, what I saw consistent in the prop firms, is that they're able to pull consistent 10K per month because they remove variability. They don't get caught into the elations and the depressions. If they've had a good quarter and they're in pride, they know how to regulate themselves and find the drawbacks and the risks so they don't get too puffed up. And they're in this state reminding themselves that my edge is 50% per year. So I've had an overperforming quarter. Therefore, my next quarter is most likely going to be underperforming. And they have realistic expectations going into the next quarter so that they don't get thrown off by a poor performing quarter, and they don't promote greed and fear in their trading. So they're more balanced. They don't get caught up in these ups and downs. They know how to broaden their perspective and look further into the future to realize that this overperforming quarter is going to be returned back to the mean probably in the next quarter. So don't get too elated by this quarter and don't get too depressed by the next underperforming quarter. Put them together to realize that I'm going to get my end of year mean, which is about 50%. So these traders don't get caught in the positives, the elations, and the depressions. When they're down in that quarter, they find the benefits. They remind themselves of the previous overperforming quarter to put that together so that they don't go on these swings, but they still stay more balanced and stay more grounded. They know their mean. They know that if they want to be hitting $10,000 per month, what they do is they divide $10,000 per month by their average monthly percentage return. Let's say, for example, it's 5%. So you have $10,000 divided by 5%, which is actually 0.05 in terms of conversions. And 10,000 divided by 0.05 equals 200,000. So they know they need to have $200,000 worth of funding, and they need to be consistently sticking to their trading plan, and they need to be removing the variability and staying balanced irrespective of their returns, being loyal to their process. And that's ultimately what's going to get them to $10,000 per month. So they know the math, they know their figures, they stay loyal to their process, and they remove variability. And that's how these traders get to $10,000 per month. So right now, I'm going to show you and walk you step by step through a checklist to see if you have what these traders have. And if you don't, I'm going to show you how you can implement the exact steps into your trading to ensure that you too can have loyalty under pressure and get $10,000 per month consistently in your trading this year. Okay, so here is a process loyalty checklist that I created and mimicked based on these best performing traders that I've been exposed to. And I'm going to run through step by step. I want you to check off the components that you have and become aware of the components that you haven't ticked off and you don't have, because these become very important things to work on and focus on in your trading if you want to be getting funding and holding on to that and scaling to $10,000 per month. So if you fail even one of these, you're not failing on strategy, you're failing on execution under pressure. And it's your loyalty under pressure, your loyalty to your process under pressure, that is the most important and the distinguishing factor between traders who make it and those who don't. So test number one, we want to have a look at your rule consistency under pressure. When outcomes matter, do my rules stay identical? Do you have the same entry criteria, especially when you're deep in drawdown? Do you have the same stop placement when you go deep into drawdown? Do you have the same percentage risk, or are you sticking to your process at least? If you have a drawdown protocol, great, and you've really built that into your process, into your trading plan as a mathematical and statistical model, then excellent. If you're scaling your risk down based on that, based on logic, great. But some traders just reduce risk because that's what they feel like in that moment. If you do that, you're not ticking that. Do you have the same execution speed, or do you hesitate? And do you overthink things? Do you have the same trade frequency, or do you trade more or trade less? Pressure moments that expose this: drawdown, close to a payout, close to daily loss limit, after a big winning streak. If you fail to tick every single one of these, then you trade safe, or you hesitate, or you add confirmation, and you pass this if your rules are identical regardless of P&L. Remember, it's your job as a trader to ignore and manage the variance and stick to your edge and execute your edge consistently over a long period of time. That's ultimately what's going to get you results. Step number 2, your decision timing. Are all your decisions made before the trade exits? Entry, is it predefined? Is your exit predefined? Invalidation, is that predefined? Is your risk predefined? Because really, you shouldn't be making rules and decisions when the trade is open. These should all be predefined in a mechanical trading plan, and then you just focus on executing those when more information arises. If you fail, you think, you debate, or you adjust mid-trade. You pass if you execute your pre-decided actions without negotiation, irrespective of where you are. If you're close to a payout or close to drawdown. Funded traders don't trade with willpower, they trade with pre-commitment. Test number 3, your post-loss behavior. After a loss, do you return to the process or try to fix the outcome? No urgency to make it back, no size increase, no rule changes, no forced trades, clean reset before next settle. If you tick all those, excellent. You're in the best possible position to be achieving $10,000 in payouts and getting consistent funding and building that. So the final score, you want to go through and tick the components that resonate with you, and the ones that don't, you want to be focusing, having a hyper focus and a hyper fixation on fixing those components in your trading. And then you can rank your final score. Now, the reality is the market doesn't punish lack of knowledge. It punishes lack of process loyalty under pressure. So if you can fix your process loyalty under pressure, you will significantly increase the chances of being a funded trader and getting consistent payouts and scaling to $10,000 per month. Now, traders, if you found this video useful, make sure you like, subscribe, and send it to a trader that you know needs to hear it. And before you click away, I want you to watch the video that's going to pop up on your screen. In this video, it's a 15-minute video where I show you how to master the essential components of your trading psychology and give you a tool, the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset 2.0 tool, which is a completely free tool to have there guiding you in your decision making as you go through your trading, so that you can stick to your processes under pressure and you can be congruent with those and you can build consistent profitability in your trading. So if you haven't already watched that video, if you haven't already downloaded the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool and started using it consistently, make sure you watch this video that's going to pop up and implement exactly what I share with you step by step in that video.